Hello, curious minds. We're about to dive into a concept that's really as intriguing as its title suggests: the Mafia method. How to rule the web, gangsta style.
Yeah, it's a title that grabs you, right?
It really does. Now, before your imagination, conjures up images straight out of some mob movie, let's be absolutely clear.
Super clear.
We are not in any way talking about anything illegal here or unethical.
No, that's crucial.
What we're going to explore is a remarkably powerful, maybe a bit unconventional strategy for, well, rapidly accelerating your online presence, especially if you're, say, building a blog or maybe a digital brand.
Yeah, it's about leverage, but
Yeah.
in a very specific relationship-focused way.
Exactly. The fundamental idea behind this Mafia method is that a relatively small group of highly influential individuals essentially holds, well, significant sway across the web, particularly within specific niches.
Like the power brokers.
The true power brokers, yeah. The
Yeah,
connectors whose endorsements, whose insights, they carry immense weight. Our mission for you today is to unpack how you can learn to become one of them, how to strategically, integrate yourself into their powerful networks,
Hmm.
what our sources playfully call their mafia families,
right, the inner circle.
and leverage those connections to really supercharge your blog's growth and impact. It's all about understanding these, well, often unseen power dynamics,
Definitely unseen sometimes.
embracing some tactics that might initially feel a bit outside your comfort zone, perhaps,
Could be, yeah.
and ultimately building a robust network that delivers, frankly, surprising and enduring benefits.
It's a different way of thinking about growth.
So you might be asking, why call it the Mafia method? What's the gangsta part?
Good question.
Well, the source material hints at a strategy that involves maybe a certain level of fierce loyalty, a quiet kind of power wielded through deep relationships,
Mm-hmm. Subtle power.
and perhaps some aspects that require, a thick skin or feel a bit strategic, let's say, rather than maybe overtly distasteful.
Strategic is a good word for it. Calculated, perhaps?
But the potential return on this investment of time and effort, it could be potentially transformative for your online trajectory.
Absolutely transformative.
Okay, let's unpack this.
What's fascinating here is, well, the Mafia method isn't about anything underhanded at all.
Right.
Instead, it's really a brilliant blueprint for leveraging fundamental human nature and, the inherent hierarchy of influence that just exists online.
It's always there, isn't it?
It is. And this method completely reorients your approach. You move away from constantly chasing like fleeting algorithms or those ephemeral trending keywords.
Which is exhausting.
So exhausting.
Right, all right.
And instead, you focus on cultivating genuine, powerful, and deeply personal relationships.
Okay.
When you successfully tap into the power of these highly influential individuals, you're not just getting, say, a temporary traffic spike.
Yeah.
You're gaining access to their pre-existing authority, their established audience, and maybe most importantly, their built-in trust.
That trust factor is huge.
It's everything. The underlying advantages of this method, as the material we've gathered really outlines, are quite compelling. They truly set it apart.
Okay, like what?
First, and this is maybe the most critical thing in today's digital landscape, you gain independence from any single traffic source.
Ah, diversification.
Exactly. Think about how fragile it is if you rely solely on, say, Google SEO.
Oh, yeah. One algorithm change and poof.
Poof, exact. Google changes its algorithm constantly,
Yeah.
right? Your blog's organic traffic could be decimated overnight. We've seen it happen countless times.
So many times.
But when your traffic originates from, like, a distributed network of influential people, people sharing your content, consistently commenting, enthusiastically introducing you to their vast audiences,
Then you're not reliant on one source.
you are no longer beholden to any single digital gatekeeper. This strategy diversifies your audience acquisition in a way that, honestly, very few other growth models can achieve. It builds this really resilient foundation.
That makes a lot of sense. What else?
Second, the quality of traffic you attract through this method is exceptional. It's highly engaged traffic.
So not just random clicks?
Not at all. This isn't a click from a general search query or some broadly targeted ad campaign. These are people arriving at your site via the direct recommendation of someone they already trust, someone they deeply respect.
Ah, so they come in already warm, basically.
Exactly. They arrive predisposed to like your content, to interact with it, to spend more time on your pages, and crucially, to stick around.
Quality over quantity.
It really is about quality over sheer quantity. And that often translates directly into things like lower bounce rates, higher conversion rates for whatever you're offering, and a much more active, dedicated community around your content.
Okay, that's a big one.
Third, these robust relationships, once you've diligently forged them, they possess this incredible longevity. They truly last forever.
Wow, forever.
Well, maybe not literally forever, but you know what I mean. Unlike the fleeting nature of trending topics or those unpredictable shifts in algorithms,
Which change constantly.
a strong personal connection can endure for years, even decades. It continually provides value, support, opportunities. These aren't just one-off transactions. They're enduring bonds that actually grow stronger with time and mutual investment.
That sounds much more stable.
Much more. Then there's this truly remarkable benefit: traffic on demand.
Traffic on demand, what does that actually look like?
Imagine having the power to generate a significant surge interest, maybe for a brand new product launch, a special promotion, or a really important piece of content you've published.
Okay.
And you can do this simply by sending a few targeted emails or messages to your network. This isn't some, like, far-fetched dream.
Right.
It becomes a tangible reality for those who've mastered this method.
So, like, you have a new course.
Exactly. You launch a new online course.
Okay.
Instead of just hoping for organic discovery, you reach out to maybe 5 or 6 influential contacts in your network.
Right.
They each share it with their massive engaged audiences. Within hours, potentially, your sales page is swamped with thousands of highly targeted visitors. And many of them are already pre-qualified because they trust the person who recommended you. That's the power of traffic on demand in practice.
That's incredible leverage.
It is. Fourth, this method facilitates an easy transition into joint ventures.
Collaborations.
Yeah. When you already possess established relationships built on trust, respect, mutual understanding, well, collaborating on projects, co-hosting webinars, co-creating content, it becomes incredibly smooth.
Less friction.
Inherently mutually beneficial, too.
Hmm.
This opens up doors to opportunities, strategic partnerships, cross-promotions, even co-founding businesses that you might never have discovered or successfully pursued otherwise. The friction is virtually eliminated because that foundation of trust is already solid.
Okay.
This method also grants you instant credibility.
How so?
When a highly respected, authoritative figure in your niche publicly vouches for you, shares your work enthusiastically, or even just regularly interacts with you on social media, their credibility immediately transfers in part to you.
Like credibility by association.
Precisely. It's like walking into a prestigious event and being introduced personally by the most revered individual in the room. Suddenly, everyone else sees you through a completely different lens.
You get that halo effect.
You inherit a portion of their authority and trust simply by association. And finally, and this often goes beyond just the business benefits,
Yeah.
these robust professional connections frequently blossom into genuine, lifetime friendships. You're not merely building a transactional network, you're building a supportive community. Like-minded individuals who genuinely care about each other's success, offer emotional support, share the journey.
That's a really powerful set of advantages, isn't it? It really underscores that this isn't just about, fleeting interactions.
Not at all. It's deep.
It's about cultivating these deep, meaningful connections that provide real, tangible returns. And at the heart of making this entire Mafia method work, as our sources really emphasize,
Yes.
is a foundational personal requirement, highly refined networking skills.
Ah, yes, the core skill.
Now, when we mention networking skills, it's easy to immediately picture, like, sterile business card exchanges at crowded conferences or, awkward elevator pitches.
You have a standard image?
But in this context, it's so much more nuanced, so much more profound. Think of it less like collecting names.
Right.
And more like maybe cultivating a thriving garden.
Ooh, I like that.
You're not just scattering seeds randomly and hoping for the best, right? Instead, you're carefully selecting the right individuals, providing consistent nourishment and attention,
Understanding what they need.
understanding the specific needs of each plant to help it genuinely flourish, knowing when to prune or when to offer support, or maybe another analogy. It's like building a really robust bridge.
Okay.
It requires careful architectural design, a rock-solid foundation, consistent, painstaking effort, and a clear vision for where you want to connect and what kind of traffic that connection will bear.
That's a great way to put it.
It's fundamentally about genuine human interaction, about understanding what truly motivates people, what excites them, and finding authentic, non-transactional ways to add substantial value to their lives, not just yours.
It's definitely a long-term investment in relationships.
Exactly.
Precisely. And once you begin to truly develop those sophisticated networking skills, and you diligently implement the principles of the Mafia method, well, the tangible, practical benefits of becoming a recognized mafioso figure in your niche are quite profound
Mm.
and pretty immediate in some ways.
Okay, like what kind of benefits?
The first is almost unparalleled introductions to anyone,
Anyone, really?
well, almost anyone relevant. Imagine for a moment that you need to connect with a specific, seemingly unreachable person in your industry,
Oh.
someone whose email's guarded, whose calendar is totally full. A mafioso and their trusted network can make that warm, personal introduction,
Ah, the warm intro.
which is exponentially more effective, more likely to succeed than any cold email or LinkedIn request you could ever send. You've instantly bypassed the gatekeepers.
That's huge.
It is. You also gain instant respect because you are demonstrably associated with highly trusted, revered figures within your community.
Right, that association again.
Your name immediately carries more weight. Your opinions are listened to more attentively. Your insights are valued simply because you're linked to theirs. You enter conversations with this built-in level of authority that others might have to work years to earn.
Okay, that makes sense.
We talked about traffic on demand.
Yeah.
But to really drive home its incredible power, think about another scenario. You've just published a groundbreaking new research report.
Okay.
You send a quick, personalized email to a few of your top-tier influential contacts. They recognize your name, they trust your work.
Because you've built that relationship.
Exactly. And within mere hours, they share your report with their massive, highly engaged audiences. Suddenly, your website is experiencing thousands of targeted visitors, directly driving signups for your newsletter, downloads of your report. This is not about one-off viral hits. It's about predictable, reliable interest generation whenever you need it most.
That predictability sounds amazing.
It really is.
Yeah.
This influence also translates directly into instant money.
How does that work?
Influencers frequently develop their own products, services, or lucrative affiliate offers.
Yeah.
Being part of their inner circle can lead to direct collaborations that generate significant revenue for you,
Okay.
or grant you access to highly profitable opportunities simply by association or through direct recommendations from your network. You might be invited to be an affiliate for a high-converting product or to speak at a paid event simply because you're connected to the right people.
So direct financial opportunities open up.
They do.
Mm.
Beyond the financial, there's also the invaluable asset of a safety net.
A safety net.
Yeah. If you ever face a significant challenge, a professional setback, maybe a really difficult technical issue, or you simply need candid advice, your powerful network can provide an unparalleled system of support.
Like having backup.
Exactly. This could mean solutions to complex problems, an encouraging word from someone who truly understands the landscape, or even practical help from those who faced similar hurdles.
That's comforting.
And perhaps one of the most invaluable, often unquantifiable benefits is mentorship.
Ah, learning from the best.
These A-list players, these godfathers or godmothers of your niche, they've been through it all. They've built empires, made mistakes, learned hard lessons.
They have the experience.
Their direct guidance, their unfiltered insights, their warnings about potential pitfalls that could literally shave years off your learning curve, help you avoid common, costly errors.
Wow.
This isn't just about growing your blog or business. It's about accelerating your personal and professional development in ways that are just not possible through self-study alone.
So this all sounds like an absolute game changer, right?
It really can be.
But it's crucial to understand, as you said, it's not a universal one-size-fits-all solution. Our sources are very explicit about where this method truly thrives and, just as importantly, where it kind of struggles to gain traction.
Yeah, context is key.
Let's start by looking at the niches where this Mafia method works incredibly well. The sources list things like highly social and trust-based fields, self-improvement, parenting, marketing, news.
Fields built on advice and community.
Exactly. And various careers, think graphic design, programming, photography, creative arts. It also excels in personal finance, social media strategy, entrepreneurship, and the whole world of technology.
Like WordPress, drones, AI.
Yeah, WordPress development, drones, AI, any hot new tech trends. Even more lifestyle-oriented niches like dating and diverse hobbies, scrapbooking, golfing, martial arts. These are all suited.
Okay, quite a range there.
Now, why are these particular niches so incredibly well-suited for this method? I think. Well, I guess it boiled down to a few core characteristics.
What do you think they are?
Firstly, they seem inherently highly social, very community-driven, People in these spaces are often looking to connect, share experiences, seek advice.
Makes sense.
Secondly, they rely heavily on trust and personal recommendation. Like, in self-improvement, you want guidance from someone you really believe in, right?
Definitely.
In parenting, you need advice from sources you trust implicitly with your kids' well-being.
Absolutely critical trust there.
Thirdly, there's often a rapid flow of information and a strong desire to stay updated or connected with those at the forefront. In marketing or tech, trends shift so quickly.
You need to be plugged in.
Being part of an influential network means you're always kind of ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
These are fields where that mafia family structure, built on mutual respect, shared knowledge, reciprocal support, it can organically form and genuinely flourish because the community actually values it.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, well, it becomes remarkably clear why certain niches, even popular ones, just don't fit the mold for the Mafia method.
Right. So where doesn't it work?
This strategy fundamentally relies on an established, active, and deeply interconnected online community of influencers. So by definition, it doesn't work well where the influential figures are still mostly operating offline,
Ah, okay. Like where?
or where the core value exchange happens in person, not digitally. Our source lists examples like the sale of high-end paintings, specialized elder care services, the pretty insular world of horse racing,
Right. Very specific, often offline communities.
or topics related to retirement planning, where maybe financial advisors or in-person seminars hold more sway than online influencers.
So the key influencers aren't really online the same way.
Exactly. While these fields definitely have their communities, their core influential figures often operate outside the digital realm in a way that makes this specific online networking method far less effective. The power dynamics aren't rooted as heavily in digital presence.
Okay, that makes sense. What else?
The method also genuinely struggles with extremely specialized or highly niche topics.
Too small.
Potentially. Think of areas like cultivating rare orchids, or the specific medical condition of kidney stones, or the care of uncommon pets like lizards, or even a very specific hobby like horseshoe tossing.
Right, very focused interests.
While passion might run incredibly deep within these communities, or simply not large enough to sustain a significant mafia of influencers.
Not enough critical mass.
The pool of potential A-listers to connect with and build that reciprocal influence with is simply too shallow for the method to gain critical mass. There isn't enough broad appeal for influence to spread virally.
Got it. And there was one more condition.
And finally, a very crucial point. It doesn't work well for trends or interests that have been around for less than a year.
Ah, needs time to mature.
Absolutely critical for context. For an influential mafia to genuinely develop, there needs to be a substantial period of time. Time for relationships to organically form, for authority to be established, for individuals to prove their worth,
For trust to build.
and for a community to coalesce and mature around the topic. A fleeting, ephemeral trend, just by its nature, simply hasn't had that necessary time to cultivate the deep-seated connections and establish trust that define this powerful method.
You can't rush the formation of a true mafia.
Exactly, you really can't.
Okay.
All right, if you're trying to grow your brand or business online, content marketing is the name of the game. It's how you get noticed, build trust, and actually make sales. Want to learn how to do it the right way? Click the link below to learn more about content marketing and start leveling up your strategy today.
Okay, we've now laid a solid groundwork for what the Mafia method truly is, its incredible potential, and, where it can be applied most effectively.
Right, the foundation is there.
But here's the unavoidable truth, and our sources are very, very frank about this. This is not a quick fix.
Definitely not. Patience is paramount.
There are undeniable disadvantages that require, frankly, significant mental fortitude. For starters, it takes 6 to 12 months at the very least to begin seeing any noticeable results.
6 to 12 month minimum, yeah.
And the greatest, most transformative benefits, they often don't truly manifest for 3+ years.
3 years.
Think about that for a moment. 3 years for the greatest benefits. This is a profound, long-term strategic play. It demands exceptional patience.
It really weeds people out, that time frame.
I bet. On top of that, and this is where many people falter, you will be ignored.
Oh yeah, expect.
Repeatedly. Your initial outreach, your attempts to connect, will often just vanish into the void.
Crickets?
And perhaps most jarringly, and the sources don't shy away from this, you will be betrayed.
Oof, Yeah, that's a tough one mentioned.
Yes, the material states you will be betrayed by certain individuals or trust will be broken.
It's a risk in deep relationship building.
And finally, some aspects of the strategy might feel distasteful, perhaps a little too calculated or overtly strategic for some people's liking.
Depending on your personality, yeah.
Now, that's a tough set of realities to grapple with, isn't it? Especially the idea of being consistently ignored or even, wow, betrayed. It can be really demoralizing.
Absolutely. It tests your resolve.
So the burning question becomes, how do you not just overcome that initial, maybe soul-crushing experience of being overlooked by these powerful people? But how do you even begin to build those crucial long-term relationships when you're essentially starting from absolute zero, without an established name or network?
Yeah, the cold start problem.
Here's where it gets really interesting.
This is precisely where the first, and you could argue most critical strategy comes into play. It's the art of using strategic appreciation, or what the source provocatively labels flattery, to get noticed.
Strategic appreciation. Okay.
Glenn's insights from our source material are spot on here. Even the busiest, most influential, seemingly unreachable people are, on some fundamental human level, swayed by genuine compliments.
It's human nature.
It's an almost universal truth. It's incredibly difficult for anyone to completely ignore someone who is sincerely praising their work, expressing profound gratitude for how they've helped them, or genuinely admiring their achievements.
It feels wrong to ignore that.
It just feels inherently wrong to turn away from that. It touches on a basic human need for validation, for recognition.
But the key is genuine, right?
The absolute emphasis here, and it cannot be overstated, is on genuine appreciation. We are emphatically not talking about sucking up in some, weaselly or insincere manner.
Oh, empty praise.
This isn't about empty generic praise that could be copy-pasted anywhere. It's about doing the necessary work. Identify something you genuinely admire, something specific that truly resonated with you in their content, their product, their message.
Do your homework.
And then expressing that appreciation in a thoughtful, precise, and noticeable way that genuinely grabs their attention.
Okay.
The ultimate long-term goal, as the source puts it, is to subtly but effectively become a mysterious mafioso figure who always seems connected to everyone.
Ah, building that persona.
You're building a reputation, even from the outset, as someone who truly understands, genuinely appreciates, and is naturally part of the inner circle, even if you're only just beginning to forge those connections.
That's the delicate art of it, isn't it? It's not manipulation. It's sincere appreciation delivered with strategic intent. Let's break down some specific, actionable tactics for this art of strategic appreciation directly from our sources.
Okay, let's get practical.
First up, it's about saying the right things on social media shares. This isn't just, mindlessly hitting the share button or retweeting a link.
Gotta add value.
You need to actively use the platform's mechanism for tagging the author, like Twitter's @handle or on LinkedIn, tagging their profile.
Make sure they see it.
And if the author happens to be guest posting somewhere else, you tag the blog they wrote for and the author themselves. Double tag.
Smart. Cover the bases.
Then, crucially, you don't just share it. You complement the blog post within your share. Add your genuine praise. Make it specific. Don't just say, great article.
No Gribos comments.
Say, this insight on X completely changed my approach to Y. Thank you for sharing. Or, even more powerfully, give a mini testimonial, how their content, product, or service specifically helped you succeed.
That's powerful. Real impact.
The source gives a fantastic example. Human Channel tagging Darren. Ash, the person behind Human Channel, didn't just share Darren's content. They added a thoughtful comment, directly tagged Darren, probably mentioned how his work inspired them.
Right.
This simple yet strategic act not only built a direct relationship with Darren, the influential blogger, but it also instantly established Ash's credibility and authority in the eyes of everyone else who saw that interaction.
Public association.
When you're publicly seen rubbing shoulders with industry leaders, even just through a thoughtful tag and specific praise, you immediately elevate your own standing in the community.
Absolutely. Perception shifts.
Next, there's the surprising power of leaving strategic comments.
On their blog posts, you mean?
Exactly. Again, this is far beyond just a generic great post. You need to be thoughtful, intentional. Always use the author's name when you begin your comment. Thank you, author's name.
Personalize it.
Then offer a truly complimentary remark that specifically confirms or agrees with a particular piece of advice or insight they offered in the post. This shows you've actually read it, understood it, not just skimmed.
Shows engagement.
And then, here's the absolute key. State a specific action you'll take as a direct result of reading their post, or how their advice has already helped you.
Oh, I like that actionable takeaway.
Like, your point about A made me realize I need to implement B. I'm going to try it this week and report back.
Hmm?
This demonstrates you're not just a passive consumer. You're an active, engaged learner who applies their wisdom.
That makes a huge impression. Different league.
It really does. Then we move to the incredibly effective tactic of sending thank you emails.
Direct outreach.
Direct, one-on-one contact. It's powerful because it cuts through the noise of public social media.
Gets their attention differently.
Yeah. Just like with comments, always use the author's name in your salutation. Be genuinely and specifically complimentary about their work. And if it applies, share your deep gratitude for positive results you receive from using their specific product or service.
Concrete results are powerful.
Our sources highlight a great example of Dave getting firmly on John's radar. Dave sent an email after taking one of John's courses, sincerely expressing how much he genuinely thought it was the best he had ever taken.
Wow, strong praise.
This wasn't a casual, empty note. It was detailed, heartfelt praise that genuinely made the blogger smile and, more importantly, indelibly placed Dave's name in John's mind.
It's memorable. Sticks with them.
It's those small, genuine, direct gestures that truly differentiate you from the thousands of others who simply consume their content.
Building on that direct outreach, the next tactic is writing ego bait posts.
Ego bait. Tell me more.
These are strategic posts you create on your own blog that specifically feature, review, or reference other influential people in your niche, like a roundup or a top experts list.
Okay, showcasing others.
After you've meticulously researched and published it, the crucial next step is to personally contact those individuals you've listed. Let them know you included them.
Don't just hope they find it.
No, be proactive. And you make it incredibly easy for them to spot their mention within your post. Maybe put their name in bold, use a direct quote, maybe include an image of them for added visual effect.
Make it obvious and appealing.
Crucially, you always include a clear link back to their blog or main online presence. The source highlights that, including a short, specific description of why that person was selected, outlining their unique contribution or expertise, also demonstrates you've done your research.
Shows you actually know their work.
Exactly. You genuinely know who they are, you appreciate their work. It adds another critical layer of authenticity to your strategic appreciation. This entire effort makes it incredibly easy for them to share your post with their audience.
Ah, so they promote you while looking good themselves.
Essentially promoting your content while simultaneously celebrating themselves. It's a powerful win-win.
Very clever. What's the last tactic?
Finally, there's the powerful strategy of conducting interviews.
Okay, getting more advanced now.
This is a higher level tactic, often comes into play once you've already started to build some initial rapport, but it's exceptionally effective. You'll likely need to hustle, as the source puts it.
They're busy people.
If you want interviews from A-list influencers who typically have a very high demand on their time, a clever strategy is to proactively watch for when influencers are in a dedicated promotion mode.
Like for a book launch.
Exactly. Maybe an upcoming book launch, a new course release, a major product unveiling. They are significantly more likely to say yes to interview requests during these periods because it directly serves their immediate promotional goals.
Timing is everything.
A fantastic way to start, especially if your platform isn't huge yet, is to gather short email interviews for an expert roundup post.
Less commitment for them.
Much less. This provides immense value to your audience by consolidating diverse expertise, gives the influencers a quick win with easy exposure, and further solidifies your reputation as someone who is well connected to the A-list in your niche.
Building that perception again.
All these tactics, from a simple, thoughtful social media share to a comprehensive interview, they're meticulously designed to get you firmly on their radar, to genuinely make them smile, and to begin that crucial process of forging a lasting, authentic connection.
All right, if you're trying to grow your brand or business online, content marketing is the name of the game. It's how you get noticed, build trust, and actually make sales. Want to learn how to do it the right way? Click the link below to learn more about content marketing and start leveling up your strategy today.
So you've courageously started strategically appreciating those egos, using those tactics, and successfully getting on people's radar? That's a massive first step.
Huge hurdle cleared.
But what if you still feel like, an underdog sitting there thinking, okay, I'm trying to connect, but have nothing immediately obvious or valuable to offer these A-list players in my niche? Why would they ever bother with me beyond just a polite acknowledgement?
That's a very common feeling. Very valid.
It's a real block, right? And frankly, it's where many people probably stop.
I think so too. The what can I offer question.
But our sources reveal that there are 4 simple yet incredibly powerful ways you can actually provide those big players with exactly what they secretly want.
Ah, the secret desire.
It's about understanding their hidden needs and sort of fulfilling them proactively.
That's absolutely right. And these aren't about grand, expensive gestures. Not at all.
Oh.
They're about demonstrating your unique value, your attentiveness, and your genuine understanding of their needs in highly specific, impactful ways. The first one is deceptively simple. Do a simple favor.
The favor.
This means surprising them with an unsolicited, voluntary use of your specific skill set for their direct benefit, with absolutely no expectation of immediate reciprocity.
Unsolicited and voluntary. Keywords.
Crucial. For example, maybe you're an exceptional copy editor. You happen to notice a small but significant typo on a highly visible page of their website.
And you just tell them.
You could quietly send them a polite email with a correction. Or perhaps you're a talented graphic designer, and you offer to quickly spruce up an outdated image on one of their popular evergreen posts.
Oh, interesting. Using your skills for them.
Maybe you're excellent in research. You stumble upon an interesting, highly relevant statistic or a new study that would perfectly complement a recent piece of content they just published.
Proactive value add.
The key here is unsolicited and voluntary. You're not asking for anything in return. This unexpected act immediately distinguishes you from the sea of people asking for things.
Sets you apart immediately.
And it instantly gets their attention, potentially building relationships that start from a place of genuine, selfless helpfulness and, importantly, perceived value.
Okay, that's a great one. What's next?
The second and profoundly effective way to strategically woo big players is to write a guest post.
Ah, guest posting. We hear about that a lot.
Our sources describe high-quality guest posts as a solid door opener for a very good reason. Think about the daily reality of an A-list blogger.
Super busy. Content treadmill.
Incredibly busy individuals, constantly under pressure to produce fresh, high-quality, relevant content for their audiences to maintain authority and engagement.
Right.
If you can step in and provide a meticulously well-written, valuable guest post that is perfectly tailored and specific to their audience's needs and interests,
You're solving a problem for them.
you are essentially saving them hours, if not days, of researching, writing, and editing content themselves. You're solving a significant recurring problem for them.
That's huge value.
The source gives the compelling example of Ilke Emig, who wrote a guest post that did pretty well.
Just pretty well.
Well, it wasn't just pretty well. It received a ton of shares and garnered an impressive 81 comments demonstrating exceptional engagement for the host blog.
Wow. Okay, that's more than pretty well.
This clearly illustrates the immense value you can provide to a host blog by bringing high-quality, audience-specific content that genuinely resonates, making their life easier, boosting their engagement, ultimately contributing directly to their continued success.
That's a truly powerful exchange, isn't it? You gain exposure and credibility on their established platform,
Big win for you.
and they receive valuable content without all the heavy lifting. It's a
Yeah.
clear win-win.
Absolutely. The third strategy for giving influencers what they secretly want is to buy a product or service from them.
Okay, this one feels maybe a bit transactional.
It might initially seem purely transactional, yeah, but our sources explain a deeper psychological reason why it works so well. It automatically puts you in a more positive light, and it shifts the dynamic.
How?
At a fundamental level, influencers, content creators, they operate businesses.
Yeah.
They need to generate revenue to continue their work.
True.
By purchasing their product or service, you are directly supporting their endeavors. You're literally investing in their mission, their ability to keep creating.
Showing you value their work monetarily.
It signals to them that you're not just a passive consumer or someone looking for freebies. You're genuinely invested in their success. You value their expertise enough to pay for it. You're demonstrating commitment.
Okay, I see the psychology there.
It cultivates a genuine desire on their part to help those who support them, who are part of their community. It fosters a different, more reciprocal kind of connection, moving beyond just being a fan to being a valued customer.
And maybe a supporter they want to help.
Often, a supporter they genuinely want to build a long-term, mutually beneficial relationship with. It shows you're serious and that you truly respect their work.
Okay, that makes sense. What's the fourth way?
And the fourth strategy, which is perhaps the most nuanced, often overlooked, is to have an inspiring mission.
An inspiring mission, like a personal cause.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Influencers, by their very nature, are often driven by a deeper purpose. They want to propagate their own values, their vision, their core message.
Right, they stand for something.
They are inherently inclined to encourage and support those who they perceive as being on similar paths or pursuing objectives that align with their own.
Okay.
If your personal or professional mission genuinely resonates with their vision, if your goals align with the values they espouse, or if your work contributes to a cause they deeply care about,
It connects on a deeper level.
it makes it much easier, as the source says, for these A-list bloggers and influencers to justify sparing a little time and effort to help you along your way.
They see kinship.
They see a reflection of themselves or their ideals in your work, and they become intrinsically motivated to contribute to your success.
Interesting. Does it have to be explicit?
The source notes that this mission doesn't always have to be explicitly stated. It's not always about making a grand declaration like, I am on a mission to do X.
Okay.
An excellent example given is A Fine Parent, which, while not overtly declaring a specific mission, clearly has an implicit, inspiring mission centered around fostering supportive and effective parenting.
Which would resonate with others in that space.
Exactly. That would naturally resonate with other parenting influencers who share those values.
Right.
When your deeper purpose aligns with theirs, it creates this powerful internal justification for them to invest in you.
Wow. Okay, 4 really interesting ways to provide value.
Simple, but powerful.
We've navigated the intricacies of understanding the Mafia method, the art of getting noticed through that strategic appreciation, and even how to woo big players by, well, giving them what they secretly want.
We've covered a lot of ground.
So once you've invested all that hard work into building these invaluable relationships and those connections have started to solidify, the natural and crucial next step is to leverage them.
Time to activate the network.
This is where we shift our focus from merely building relationships to actively and skillfully using those connections to achieve your strategic goals. Our sources outline the precise art of asking favors.
The ass.
And doing so in a way that often results in a yes every time. It's about knowing exactly how to pull those strings to get things that you want effectively and, importantly, respectfully.
Indeed. The key to successful favor asking, as our source material meticulously explains, it really distills down to 3 crucial interconnected principles.
Okay, what are they?
First, you must relentlessly focus on how to make it quick and easy to do.
Respect their time?
Absolutely paramount. Some favors are inherently quick, like a simple social media share. But even for more involved requests, you can make them feel quick by how you meticulously approach and construct the request.
How do you do that?
This means doing all the preparatory work yourself, all of it, so that the influential person's involvement is minimized to the absolute bare minimum. They should be able to say yes and take action with almost no cognitive load or time commitment.
Like giving them pre-written text.
Exactly. Think about pre-drafted text, pre-designed images they can simply copy and paste. Remove all friction.
Okay, quick and easy. What's second?
Second, and subtly different from making it quick, you need to make it easy to agree to.
Easy to agree to. How's that different?
Favors should always be ultra-specific. Clarity is king. When your request is crystal clear about exactly what's being asked, there's no room for confusion, no ambiguity.
Avoids back and forth questions.
Which makes it far simpler for them to quickly evaluate the request and comfortably agree to it. A vague, open-ended request is almost always an easy no because it requires mental effort and more questions on their part.
So not, can you help promote my post?
No. Ask, would you be willing to share this specific link with this pre-written tweet on Tuesday? Ultra-specific.
Got it. Specificity makes it easy to say yes. And the third principle.
And third, and perhaps most importantly, to avoid that begging bowl mentality. You must ensure it benefits both sides.
The win-win.
It's incredibly easy to approach a favor request feeling like you're simply asking this powerful person to do something nice for you. A purely selfless act on their part.
Yeah, that feels awkward.
But as our source highlights, the absolute best, most sustainable favors are inherently mutually beneficial. They provide something of demonstrable value to the person you're asking, not just to you.
What kind of benefit for them?
This could manifest as increased visibility for them, maybe a piece of high-quality content they can share, enhanced credibility through association with your unique project, or even just the profound satisfaction of helping a rising talent on a similar path.
Okay.
It's about creating a win-win scenario every single time.
That concept of mutual benefit is absolutely critical, isn't it, for long-term sustainability within this network?
Crucial.
Our source gives a fantastic, actionable example, drawing from Linda Formicelli of the Renegade writer, on how to effectively ask for a testimonial.
Ah, yes, the testimonial ask.
Instead of just sending a cold email saying, hey, can you give me a testimonial for my new product, which puts all the work squarely on them.
Which they probably won't do.
You make it incredibly easy. You might provide them with a few options, maybe 2 or 3 pre-written testimonial drafts they can simply choose from and modify,
Oh, brilliant. Make it multiple choice.
or even just a few bullet points highlighting key aspects they might want to mention about your product or service. You literally remove all the friction, all the cognitive load.
Takes the thinking out of it for them.
This strategy directly addresses both make it quick and easy to do and make it easy to agree to. By giving them pre-written choices, they don't have to spend precious time crafting something articulate from scratch.
Just review, pick, maybe tweak.
They can just review, pick the one that resonates, say, yep, that's the one I'll go with, or make a quick tweak. It transforms what could be an onerous, time-consuming task into a simple, check-the-box activity that respects their time and busy schedule.
That makes so much sense,
Yeah.
taking the work off their plate.
When you truly master this art of strategic favor asking, you fundamentally transform from someone nervously, begging for a tiny favor
Yeah.
into what the source describes as a favor-asking superhero.
Oh, love that.
You become confident in boldly asking for support because you understand you're doing so in a way that respects their time and offers mutual benefit. You're no longer worried about the odd no,
Because your approach is solid.
because you know your approach is always strategic, respectful, and meticulously designed for success. It's about deeply understanding the psychology of busy, influential people and meticulously structuring your requests in a way that seamlessly aligns with their needs and their very real-time constraints.
It's smart networking, basically.
Exactly.
As we bring this deep dive into the Mafia method towards a close, let's just quickly revisit those initial disadvantages that might have seemed, well, pretty daunting or even off-putting at the start.
Yeah, they sounded tough.
Now, with a comprehensive understanding of the strategies involved, we can approach them with a much more nuanced, maybe more empowered perspective. Yes, it takes 6 to 12 months at the very least to begin seeing any results.
Minimum.
And the greatest benefits truly don't come for 3+ years. This is undeniably a significant long-term investment. It requires immense patience, unwavering persistence.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It's unequivocally not a quick hack or a fleeting trend strategy. It demands a genuine, sustained commitment to relationship building. However,
Yeah.
the profound longevity, the depth, the resilience of the benefits that accrue over time, they far outweigh that initial time investment compared to, say, ephemeral traffic sources or those algorithmic whims.
You're building a real asset.
You're building an asset that compounds over time.
Okay. What about being ignored?
You will be ignored. This is a stark reality, especially during your initial outreach in the early stages. It's a given. It's part of the process.
Just have to push through it.
But now you understand that these strategic appreciation tactics, the shamelessly stroking egos and giving them what they secretly want, strategies, they are precisely designed and engineered to overcome this initial barrier.
They're the tools to get noticed.
They're the sophisticated mechanisms for subtly yet effectively getting on the radar of busy, influential people and making them notice you amidst that constant deluge of noise.
And the betrayal part, that still sounds rough.
And while the source bluntly warns you will be betrayed, which is an unfortunate but inherent risk in any high-stakes networking or human interaction.
It happens.
A strong, diversified network, like that robust safety net we discussed, can significantly help mitigate the impact of such setbacks. You won't be solely reliant on any single person.
Your network protects you.
Your broader network can offer support, alternative paths, even practical solutions if a specific relationship falters. It's almost like a natural weeding out process, and your resilience grows because of it.
Okay. And the distasteful aspect.
Finally, the aspect that it might be distasteful, the idea of being overtly strategic or analyzing what they secretly want, that can initially feel uncomfortable for some.
Yeah, a bit calculating.
However, when framed correctly, not as manipulation, but as genuine appreciation, providing unsolicited and unique value and thoughtfully seeking mutually beneficial collaborations, it transforms.
How so?
It transforms from a potentially uncomfortable concept into authentic, proactive relationship building. It's about deeply understanding fundamental human psychology and then proactively engaging in ways that serve both parties,
Creating value exchange.
creating a value exchange rather than passively waiting to be noticed or simply taking without giving.
Hmm.
It's about being strategic, yes, but also insightful and reciprocal, not deceptive. It's about building a genuine community from a place of understanding.
What an incredible journey we've been on. Truly a deep dive into the heart of online influence.
It covers a lot.
We started by understanding the core concept of the Mafia method, its immense long-term advantages, contrasting it with those fleeting digital trends. We then dissected the precise actionable tactics for getting noticed, demonstrating how strategic appreciation, when it's genuine, can authentically open doors.
Those practical steps.
We explored how understanding the unspoken needs of powerful individuals can transform you from feeling like an underdog with nothing to offer
Right.
into a truly valuable contributing member of their network. And finally, we delved into the nuanced art of leveraging those hard-won relationships, ensuring that your requests are not just heard, but are also meticulously designed for a yes every time.
From building to leveraging.
Ultimately, this deep dive reinforces that the Mafia method is, well, a strategic, patient, and profoundly human approach to building significant and lasting influence online.
Human is the key word.
It's about playing the long game, investing deeply in genuine connections, and understanding that true power in the online world often lies not just in complex algorithms or viral content,
Although those matter.
but really in the strength and depth of your relationships.
This raises an important question, though, for you to consider.
Oh,
Considering the long-term nature, the personal investment, and the strategic human connection required for the Mafia method, what does it reveal about the true nature of influence and power online, beyond the fleeting algorithms and trends we so often focus on?
All right, if you're trying to grow your brand or business online, content marketing is the name of the game. It's how you get noticed, build trust, and actually make sales. Want to learn how to do it the right way? Click the link below to learn more about content marketing and start leveling up your strategy today.